Hi, boys and girls. For shared reading this week, we are going to be reading a poem. But before we get to the poem, let's get warmed up by reading some of our Unit 3 snap words. We're just going to read the first half. So read along with me. Going, jump, never, there, where, any, today, very, back, best, just, think. Good job. Now that you're all warmed up, let's take a look at the poem for this week. So today we are going to read a poem. When we read, we are going to come across some tricky words. I have those words covered up. We're going to use what we know about letters and sounds to help us figure out what those tricky words are. Okay, so let's take a look at the title. The title of our poem is My Winter Friend. One morning, I went out to see a blank of white in front of me. All right, here's a tricky word I have covered up. A blank of white in front of me. What could that be? A pile? A lot? Let's take a look and we'll look at our first letter and then we'll read our word all the way through to the end. W. Oh, there's the sound. World. World of white in front of me. Let's go back now and read nice and smooth and see if it makes sense. One morning, I went out to see a world of white in front of me. That makes sense, doesn't it? And it looks right too. So I rolled 3 balls and blank them up. I rolled 3 balls and what would make sense there? When you roll 3 balls, pile? What do you think it could be? Let's take a look at the first 2 letters. Let's get our eyes ready for the first 2 letters and maybe that will help us. And them up. So I rolled 3 balls and stacked would sound right. So I rolled 3 balls and stacked them up. Now when I take this sticky off, if it's the word stacked, I'm going to see the ack chunk. I'm going to see A-C-K. And then I'm going to see an ending, stacked, an ED ending. Let's see if it's the word stacked. You were right, it is. So I rolled 3 balls and stacked them up. Rounded the sides with a push and a jump. I put on a top hat, a scarf, and a face. I named my winter friend and gave him an, what would you give him? Think about what might make sense there. I could give him a hug. I could give him a handshake. Let's take a look at the first part of our word. Ooh, it's an E and an M. And gave him an M. I better read through my whole word to help me. Embrace. 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 I named my winter friend and gave him an embrace. Do you know what the word embrace means? It means a hug. So that makes sense there, doesn't it? I hope that you will stay for a while. Oh, snowman, you have made me... Whisper in your iPad what you think this word is. Oh, snowman, you have made me happy, smile, dance. Let's take a look at the ending of this word and see if that helps. The ending has the silent E. So I know this I is going to say its long name, aisle. Oh, snowman, you have made me smile. If this is an S and an M making the sm sound, then we know we were right. And we were. Oh, snowman, you have made me smile. Let's take a look at my friend Winter. I'm going to read it for you. Now that we've figured out all those tricky words, why don't you read along with me and we can practice reading nice and smooth and clear. One morning I went out to see a world of white in front of me. So I rolled 3 balls and stacked them up, rounded the sides with a push and a jump. I put on a top hat and a scarf and a face. I named my winter friend and gave him an embrace. I hope that you will stay for a while. Oh, snowman, you have made me smile. Great job, boys and girls. What were some of the clues in the poem that helped you know that the winter friend was a snowman? In Seesaw, I will have an activity for you where I'm going to have you answer that question. What were some of the clues in the poem that helped you figure out the winter friend was a snowman?